Okay, everybody, it's me, Gregory Mannarino. It is early and I am tired, but we got to get to work, you and me. So it is Tuesday, June 22nd, 2021. A lot of stuff going on this morning. Where to start? All right, let's start with the basics here. Right now, this stock market is poised for a flat open. Stock futures are flat at this time. What else is going on? 10-year yield came up a little bit and it is stable. The dollar is slightly higher today. Crude oil under a little pressure, but still over $73 a barrel. Gold and silver are under a little bit of pressure right now. And cryptocurrencies are getting hit yet again. Why? Let's put that into perspective real quick. So we understand, we found out that China is again cracking down on crypto miners, but we also are hearing more talk with regard to regulation here in the United States by members of Congress, by bankers. What is their agenda? Understand what's going on here. Members of Congress, bankers, these people want you in the dollar. They don't want you in gold. They don't want you in silver. They don't want you in crypto. They want you in a Federal Reserve issued note, period. So we know who our representatives work for. They work for, the Federal Reserve, which is the real government, and the banks. So, of course, they're going to talk about regulation. Bankers, if you owned a bank or ran a bank, would you want anybody in something other than a dollar? Of course not. So, we're hearing more of this talk on regulation, and that is hitting cryptocurrencies pretty much across the board. All right, we'll watch this. We'll see how it plays out, whatever. What else is going on here? We're going to hear from the Fed today. Actually, two members of the Fed. The chairman himself, I believe this is at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to hear from Federal Reserve President Williams. I think that's at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's see what comes out of the mouths of these two freaks. I have no idea, but of course it will move the markets. We also heard from billionaire hedge fund manager Ray Dalio. This guy is pointing his fingers again right at the Federal Reserve, coming out saying that the Fed is creating an inflationary nightmare. Lovely. Now, if you were watching Bloomberg this morning, they're pointing at the rising cost of energy again and supply chain disruptions for the inflation that we have. This is the narrative, people. Again, it's always the same. It's look here, don't look here, distractions, misinformation, propaganda. I believe sincerely that, at least the people, at least you understand the root cause of why we are seeing inflation right now and the real reason behind it here. Central banks are going to continue to inflate people, so you need to be in gold and silver. And I'm not going to change my perspective on cryptocurrencies, despite the fact that there's more talk of regulation here in the United States, what China is doing. I'm not ready to wave the white flag here. Anyway, let's keep our eyes on these things. That's where this market appears to be going right now, everything connected to it. So in summary, real quick, stocks are poised for a flat open. 10-year yield stable, coming up a little bit, dollar getting a knee-jerk higher. Okay, it's not a great setup for the market today, so we'll see, especially with the Fed. I have no idea, really, what's going to come out of Fed President Williams, who's going to speak first today, what's going to come out of his mouth, and Powell. So, just be ready for the market to make some kind of move one way or the other. I don't know. Just, again, remain steadfast. Understand what's going on around you. Understand why our representatives, who don't represent anything except, the Federal Reserve, why they do not want you in cryptos or gold or silver. They want you in the dollar. They're going to push you into the dollar. All this regulatory talk here. It's all about keeping you in the dollar. You understand? So you can be controlled and manipulated. So it's an amazing thing how, people, even who post here in the comments, they want you in that dollar too. They don't understand that we need to break out of this control mechanism system run by the central banks. And that's really where alternative modes of transaction occur. How many people transact in physical gold and silver? Almost none. Okay, some people are choosing to transact, or were at least, in cryptocurrencies. And as you can see, there's a lot of pushback from this. No, you can't transact in anything except a Federal Reserve note. And I find that very disturbing. People can't think outside the box at all. It's funny. These same people, they call cryptocurrencies a Ponzi scheme, but they think the dollar is okay. Explain that one to me, okay? I'll leave you off with that. This guy right here sincerely loves all of you a lot. Please ponder the things I've talked about in this video. Look at crude oil. Again, we're above $73 a barrel here. You knew this was coming. I told you the dips in the market are going to be bought, people. The Fed is going to hyperinflate from here, believe me. I don't care about talks regarding tapering or liftoff or whatever. It's not going to happen for a long time. Trillions of dollars in more debt is going to be issued and bought by the Federal Reserve, by central banks. So again, it makes our life simple with regard to what we should be doing, and you know it. We're not going to deviate from our plan here. You're going to get long the stock market. You're going to be hoarding gold, especially silver, physical, obviously. And despite the, this has been pretty much a disaster lately with cryptocurrencies. I don't know. Like I said, I still remain a bull. The more people that become bearish here, the more bullish I become. And I don't really care with regard to gold, silver, and cryptos. I mean, there are people out here who don't want you in gold or silver either. They're going to try to convince you that you shouldn't be in gold or silver. Like central bankers, gold is not real money. This is what they're going to try to tell you. But I think you get it if you follow this blog. And when you hear that kind of talk, bells and whistles should go off in your head and say, that's where I need to be. And when you got billionaire hedge fund managers pointing their finger at the Federal Reserve, talking about an inflationary nightmare, that means you need to be in anti-debt units. Anti-debt units. Again, gold, silver, physical, and cryptocurrencies are also anti-debt units. Anyway, look, let them play their game. We're going to play our game, and that's it. That is it. If you can't handle the swings in asset prices, no matter what they are, get out of that space. I don't know what else to tell you. All right. If you have a short-term perspective, you maybe shouldn't be looking at cryptocurrencies. But if you have a longer-term perspective and are willing to maybe take a little risk, well, you should be in the space. It's that simple. All right. I'm out of here. I will see all of you at the end of the day. Let's pay attention to what comes out of the mouth of the fReaK show today. It's going to be an epic fReaK show with one Fed president and the Fed chair himself opening up his pie hole. All right, I'm out of here. See you later.